Only raw cuts.
No edits over here. We just record and put up straight the next day. Hey everyone, my name is Willie.
I'm R.
And you're listening to Sauna Talk.
Because we bring the heat.
Doesn't get old, bro.
Hit the flame. I fucking love it.
So in this episode of Sauna Talk, well, this is gonna be
keep the mic at a consistent distance.
Keep that same energy, keep that same microphone. Some might say.
Okay, so we're doing it's
relevant.
Today yeah. So we're recording today. It's Wednesday, August 15th, and we're doing a special sort of release. We are doing all 5 Wyoming projects, all produced by Kanye. We're going to release each album each day of the week, starting on Monday.
With Pusha T Daytona. We're going to be following the order that the Wyoming albums are released in. Yeah. So this episode that you're watching right now will be on Pusha T's Daytona.
Yeah.
And without, much else to say, let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Pusha T Daytona. Long awaited.
Daytona?
Sorry, Daytona. Can we redo that? I'm just kidding.
We don't redo anything. We don't make edits. Only raw cuts.
No edits over here. We just record and put up straight the next day. But so
except for this time, we're waiting a week. So.
Yeah. Well, no, we're just doing it ahead in advance. So record, put up in 5-6 days from now. Anyways.
Yeah.
So Daytona.
Let's talk about Pusha T first.
Yeah, Pusha T.
I never really was too enveloped in Pusha T. Never really listened to him a lot.
That's an interesting word, enveloped. I thought you were gonna say involved.
Involved, enveloped, developed. Until my name came out.
Sure.
And now I'm struggling between picking my favorite of the only 2 Pusha albums I've listened to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't listen to his the Prelude mixtape to this, or project? I don't know what he wants to call it. What is it? Darkest Before Dawn? Is that what it's called?
It's called King Push, just like all of his.
No. That wasn't King Push.
Darkest.
There is no King Push.
It's called King Push: Darkest Before Dawn.
Okay, so it was supposed to be the Prelude album to King Push, which we never got. No, because Daytona was supposed to be King Push. And we never got King Push. So he said that Daytona is King Push.
Okay.
Yeah, King Push, Darkest Before the Dawn, the Prelude. But Prelude to Daytona, I suppose, which is now.
No, I never listened to it.
Oh, okay. I liked it. It has a song with Ye and J. Cole and A$AP Rocky.
What is it called?
Money, Pussy, Alcohol.
Yeah. Money, Pussy, Alcohol.
There you go. You did hear it.
That's the only song I heard. Because of Ye. My Name is fantastic.
Yeah, My Name. Oh, it's good. It's a good album. I would say Daytona's better, but I like My Name is My Name for sure, especially in high school.
I didn't listen to My Name is My Name before this to recollect all the songs.
I mean, it's got a lot of cool songs.
Numbers on the Boards.
The intro track is my favorite.
The intro track is good.
I mean, it's a good album.
Numbers on the Board got hip hop beat of the year. But
Numbers on the Board. The one was Kendrick as well.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
It's spelled weird. Nostalgia's no E after the S.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. I got it on Apple.
It's like nostalgia. I thought nostalgia.
It's got the same sample as Travis Scott's Mamacita.
This is the difference.
Yeah, it's yes. It's spelled with an E. Yeah. I'm looking at it.
Maybe it's a cocaine reference.
It might be. Yeah, he has one or two of those.
He's not shy of his cocaine references.
Okay, so leading up to this album, we had Ye having a
mental breakthrough, as he likes to call it.
The mental breakthrough on Twitter, where he announced that he was going to be putting out 5 albums within 5 weeks every Friday.
The mental breakthrough I was talking about was the St. Pablo tour.
Oh, okay. I thought I was speaking more of as to when
like right before the album dropped
in April when he announced that he was going to be doing this.
Yeah.
And Pusha T said in an interview that he had no idea that this was going to happen. Like he said even like the week of, he was like, are we doing this? Like so the first Pusha T the first album of the Good Music Wyoming projects came out May 25th. Friday, May 25th, and they were announced mid-April, so about a month in advance. And Daytona. I keep thinking Daytona, Florida. You know what? I was like in Florida when all this was announced.
Daytona, Florida?
I think it's Daytona.
No.
What about the Daytona 500? Is that a NASCAR race or something? I don't know, bro. But Daytona,
Are you
because
serious?
Named after
it's the Daytona 500.
Daytona 500. I don't know what Daytona is.
There's no such thing as Daytona.
Not yet.
now you just created Daytona.
But first record on this album.
How would you spell Daytona? With a U after the Y?
Daya.
Daytona. Lit.
Yeah, leading up to this album, they're pretty much just being Ye, getting a lot of attention. Supporting Donald Trump,
creating hype,
selling
albums before albums are being sold,
and with all that being said, that leads us to our first track, "If You Know, You Know," and
Double Flames.
If you know, you know. It like someone asked Pusha, I believe, like all about Kanye and his Trump shit, and his response was just, "If you know, you know." So. It's
I didn't know that. That's actually really hard.
if you know, you know. So
we kind of jumped into this.
Yeah, you want to backtrack?
Yeah, I want to promo our Instagram. Talk about Camp Flognaw.
Oh,
we'll talk about Camp Flognaw before Kids See Ghosts because that's only fitting.
I think what we should do. Hold on. Well, I guess I'll cut this out. Maybe we could. Do a bonus video on Saturday. I don't know, like, and just say like, and it literally just have it be us like talking for 10 minutes. We can just try that, because I thought we wanted to keep it short to just jump right in.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the talk after everything then.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. We'll give it a clickbait.
Yeah.
And we'll like give some hot take or something, some sauna take.
So, if you know, you know. Really fire intro.
Yeah,
really
that was okay.
Good.
This intro, when I first listened to it, I was blown away, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Pulling up in that new toy. I was gonna say rude boy. I was thinking of that. No, because he references Rihanna in the song. Yeah. The skybox is right next to Riri's. If you know, you know.
Oh. Okay.
I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's.
If you know, you know.
So.
And the fucking production. I think this album may have the best production.
Oh, for sure. I think this is the best albums of the five of them.
Best album of the five.
I think this is for sure the best album. I think this is one of the best rap albums of this year. It's just straight hip hop. This this album's an old head's wet dream. I mean, seriously, it's got like
shout out Joe Budden.
Shout out to Joe motherfucking Budden. 'Cause it's got bars. It's got selling drugs, which was like the big thing in the 90s for rappers, and it's got this kind of like dark undertone to it, and just it really even shows in this first track, If You Know, You Know, and
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Do you know?
Listen. If you know, you know.
Something though, my favorite little thing in this track is there's obviously the I'm gonna play a little snippet right here, just the intro.
Pulling up in that new toy.
It's great, and then you get that initial drop.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
And I like these little details, and this has like a very Kanye-esque just thing to put in. I think it's like every 3 or 4 counts, he just throws in like a sound you would hear on Yeezus. It's like I can't do it justice, so I'm just gonna play it for you right now. You can hear it in the drums.
I only ever looked up to Sosa. You all get a bird, this nigga Oprah.
Yeah. Something like that. And I don't know. I heard that. I was in the
that
gym.
Does sound very Yeezus.
It sounds so Yeezus. I was in the gym. I was about to bench press a fucking house because that was getting me so hyped. It just sounds so good. And it is very Yeezus-esque.
A house. What square footage are we talking?
I'm talking a mansion, bro. I'm talking a Drake compound.
Wow. Views from the 6.
I'm talking views from the 6 compound. Or what is it he says? A palace? His something with his palace. He's got a palace line on Scorpion.
Okay, so the games we play, unless you want to talk about if you know, you know.
No, I think if you know, you know is for sure. It's hard to say if it's one of my favorites because there's so many. While it is a short project, 7 tracks, all of these are very, very, very good. But this is for sure in my top 3. If you know, you know.
If you know,
you know, for sure is in my top 3. Will this fall under your top 3, Aryan?
Yes, it will. In fact, it might fall under. It might be number 2.
Games we play.
Oh, so fucking good. Such a smooth beat.
Such
a smooth beat.
There's something really special about this album because the way it transitions.
Oh, the transitions are great.
The transitions, like you can't listen to this album on shuffle.
No. In fact, I can't even listen to any of the Wyoming projects on shuffle.
No, all of them are meant to be like
in the order there.
Yeah.
That's how I always listen to albums. I can't even listen to an album on shuffle. If I make a playlist and take some songs from albums and stuff, I'll play that on shuffle, obviously. But albums were put in the place they were put in. Songs on albums were put in the place where they were put in for a reason.
Especially when it's Kanye doing it. It's very detailed, very specific.
Yeah.
The Games We Play has a really cool sample. Just it sounds, you know.
Do you got it on cue?
I don't have the sample on cue, but I do have the Games We Play on cue, which
hit it.
Drug dealer Benzes with gold diggers in them. And elevator condos.
I mean, it just sounds like
so bluesy.
It sounds very bluesy. It sounds like this song could have come out in 1993.
Seriously,
because it's such a classic way to sample some old record.
It kind of reminds me of. It's not the same sound of Numbers on the Board, but like the concept of like the era of the beat.
Oh yeah, I totally
very, reminiscent of Numbers on the Board.
Yeah, and I just really like how it's. I mean, it sounds like you could picture Ye just like having this record, like the original sample on record, and just like having a turntable and just beat matching the sample and like turning it into something new and just having Pusha rap over it because it really does have that old school sound. And it's also just like a reflection on Kanye that he could make Yeezus, make Life of Pablo, which are so very kind of like alternative, almost futuristic sounds, and then but he still can throw down that classic 90s really kind of birth of hip hop sound.
Sorry, I've been silent. I'm getting into my doodles today.
I know, they're looking good. That's going to make a good thumbnail.
Oh, nice. So.
Any more to say on the games we play?
Nah, let's talk about my boy Ricky Rose.
Oh, this is a really good
Ricky
one.
Rose.
Hard piano.
That beat, that piano. Oh, it's literally
Does Tony Williams steal the show? I'm going to go play a snippet from Tony Williams.
Before you do. Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does. I'm going to play that snippet.
Now that's how the team go. I'm back from Santo Domingo. That's where the keys go. Down in Santo Domingo.
What a heavenly voice. That's Kanye's cousin?
Tony Williams. Yeah. Was he on Family Feud?
Oh, yeah. He's a day one. I believe.
He was on Family Feud.
I hope I'm not wrong because I know it was one of Kanye's cousins that was roommates with John Legend. And introduced John Legend to Kanye, but I believe it was.
I think you're
Tony
right.
Williams.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And I mean that makes sense. They're both fantastic singers.
Yeah,
John
seriously.
Legend and Tony Williams. But Tony Williams just comes in and just completely steals the show.
And honestly,
that's where the kings go.
He's got a bit of features all over these projects. And
yeah, he does.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Stands out and he fucking kills it, and I love it.
I like how like just of an interesting person he is, and he goes like he was on the Pablo tour with Ye, and he infamously this year at the Wyoming album release of Ye. album release party. Some like fan drove to Wyoming like 8 hours, and Tony Williams was in like a coffee shop, and someone like a 17-year-old came up.
I saw this picture.
Yeah, it came up and said like, "Oh, hey, I'm such a big fan. I know you're Kanye's cousin." And Tony Williams was like, "All right, man, pull up to the show. I pull up to the album release party. I got you on the list, man."
That's awesome.
So he's got a heavenly voice, and he's kind of
and he's heavenly.
yeah, exactly. So, and Rick Ross comes in with a solid verse. Pusha T and Rick Ross make such a good combo.
Combination.
The record
so
the record they have on My Name Is My Name, which is called Hold On, is amazing as well. I do like Hold On better than this song, to be honest.
Piano.
I do think Hold On's a little bit of a better collaboration.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
It was it's very talking a lot about Yeezus, but of course you got to with Kanye. It's very Yeezus-esque vocals from Kanye in it. Like he's got because it's featuring Kanye, but he's uncredited. But it's just got
Oh, I remember this song.
Him crooning. I believe it's produced by Hudson Mohawk.
This was a good album, but yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Looking at the track list.
There's some filler.
It doesn't. Yeah, there is some filler.
The one with Big Sean and Pusha T. Oh, no, sorry, 2 Chainz is the swing and a miss or hit and a miss, as we sometimes say.
Hit and a miss. We're just going to say that from now on. That's just the way it goes.
But Hard Piano is a hard-ass song because Rick Ross, Pusha T, giving us those coke raps that we know and love for them, so much for.
I love it.
It's always great hearing Rick Ross talk about coke because
Rose.
He was infamously a PO, but a lot of those POs are like selling drugs to the inmates.
He probably did the same thing.
So maybe he was doing that.
Listen, you talk as much shit as you want on Ricky Rose, but he's still the motherfucking man.
Oh, of course, man. Maybach music till I die.
I haven't even heard someone bring up that PO shit in a minute, but it's chill.
Hey, you know what? If there's someone who won't let you live down your past, it's me.
That's true. People don't forget.
People don't.
Yo, what was your catchphrase?
God forgets. I don't.
You told me you were.
Hey, that's a Rick Ross album title though. God forgives. I don't. So I'm gonna keep that same energy on Rick Ross and say, we know Rick Ross. We know you were a PO, bro. I don't know how much weight you were pushing. It's fine though. The art is great, but I don't know how much weight Rick Ross was pushing.
Director, he's running off script. Line.
What are you getting nervous of Ricky Rose pulling up?
No, you just took the.
You
took the spotlight for a minute right there.
I feel like if Rick Ross pulled up, it wouldn't be hard to run from him.
What do you mean, bro? He lost weight.
Shout out to all the pairs.
Yo, shout out all the pair.
We're getting distracted.
Not multiple pairs. Pair.
Shout out to all the pair.
Shout out all the pair. Okay.
Wait. Write that down. I gotta get a sample of that. I gotta get a sample of shout out to all the pair. I wonder how much pear Rick Ross was eating in the studio when he recorded this record.
Probably like 7 pear.
He sounded very healthy.
A minute.
7 pear. They cut him off after 7 because they only wanted 7 records on the album, so it makes sense. Any more to say on Hard Piano?
No. So
great song. Better than the Games We Play, I think.
Yeah.
Games We Play is I'm just gonna say I like every song on this album, but there's some songs like that are obviously better than others.
Yeah, of course.
Next one.
10 out of 10.
Comeback Baby.
The intro sample, fire, bro. So fire. Even the fucking sample at the end, the George Jackson chorus sample.
I had never heard that song, and now
not at the end, it's just the chorus.
The chorus. Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, that's Michael Jackson's brother, right?
And probably.
Yeah. I can't be without you. That's the original song.
One of my favorite lines from probably all of these albums. They say, don't let money change you. That's how we know money ain't you.
What does that mean? I know what it means, but I want to hear you explain it.
Meaning, I love that. Meaning, if you're the type of person, when you come into money, you start ignoring your friends, you're a different person, you forget where you came from. That means you're not strong enough to handle.
You ain't the money.
The power and the money.
Yeah. So that's how we know it was. It's not even ain't you to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
You're not even. You're not money, bro.
Just touchdown, I'm so grateful. Numbers so low, bitch be thankful. They say don't let money change you. That's how we know money ain't you.
That's how it is.
That's how it is. And
Yeah.
that beat switch, dude.
This beat is...
Dude, the beat switch is fire.
This is one of my... This might be my favorite beat of the year. At the end of the year, I'm going to do my favorite beats of the year. And this is going to be a top contender because it's somehow futuristic and modern and old at the same time. It's so... Because it's got that old classic sample.
Pusha makes everything old.
Yuck.
Yuck. That's a great soundboard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that.
Yuck. Yeah, they're
With
like...
a KH.
The
Some Arabic shit.
The usage of the 808s and just the bass line is so like powerful, which you wouldn't necessarily see in like early 90s hip hop, which is obviously a very prominent thing in like current like 2010s of hip hop. But it's got this like really kind of daunting bass line and mixed with this sample that's I don't know from the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
And it's somehow this song takes you on like a ride of just like multi-generational.
So fucking sick.
And like
I think this is like the epitome of a Kanye beat.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it's for sure my most listened to song on this album. For sure my most listened to.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't say the same, but
I just really
this song is in my top 3 of the album.
I just really like the intro. Like
This is
I want to talk to all you addicts out there that's got yourself a great big Joan, and you done tried all the methadone, and you just can't leave that heroin alone. I wonder, have you
Just
tried?
touchdown, I'm so grateful. Numbers so...
I love that intro, like how it's
so good.
because it totally matches this haunting vibe that is like with the Pusha T album. You know,
And
just from the start of having Whitney Houston's Crack Bathroom on it, and then like, you know, when I heard this record, I want to talk to all you drug addicts out there. I'm like, holy fuck, he's really is speaking to them. And that's why that sample, like this song feels so multi-generational, because you have this old sample and then this like dark haunting current beat. It takes it for a ride, man.
It's killer.
Yeah,
It's killer. I love the emotion you got for this.
I love this song
And
a lot.
Let's keep that same energy.
Yeah, we're
bro.
gonna keep the same energy.
I'm gonna bring that same energy for Santeria right now.
Santeria.
This is my number one on the
This is your number
album.
one?
Yeah.
Well, this is my number one transition on the album.
Oh, the transition's beautiful,
Yeah, Comeback Baby to Santeria is like
but the beat, fire.
like bread and butter.
The flow, like
Yeah.
Push's flow, fire. 070, fucking fire.
And
bro.
would you consider it kind of a beat switch with like the I'm gonna play it like
Just hit it.
so that's a beat Push is rapping over, and then 07 Shake, which is one of Yes Drill's artists. Shake, isn't it 07?
070.
070 Shake, excuse me, 070 Shake. She kind of just has this like just like high reverb, like loud singing in Spanish, and over just these like heavy synths. I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Los ángeles esperará, es el fuego que yo conozco.
I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but I know I fucking love it.
It's I took up to like Spanish 5.
I didn't get past. I couldn't get past Spanish 2.
It's basically fuck. I remember reading on it because like I translated it poorly, but it's like something about like knowing like I'm not gonna even butcher it. I'm gonna fucking Google this shit. But this song,
if you know, you know.
this song is so fucking good.
This is your number one?
Pusha gets emotional. Talks about Davon. I think it's his manager or like his agent. It was also Nicki's agent.
His yeah. He had his cousin was his manager. And he's now serving 30 years in prison.
You talking about Davon? No,
I don't remember the name, but
guy,
I know his
guy
manager.
Who
His
he
manager
talks about in the song.
Uh-huh.
He goes, "You listening, Davon?"
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, maybe not the manager, because you just said his manager's his cousin.
His manager in 2006
but
got sent to prison.
his
for 30 years.
manager or agent or whoever he is, also an affiliate of Nicki Minaj. I remember reading this
Oh okay.
on like a a news article about the album. I mean, a review article about the album. And, yeah, Davon got, like, stabbed to death in the streets, and it's just like a kind of like a tribute song to him.
Oh, okay.
And you know me about my emotional shit. I fucking love when an artist gets emotional.
Yeah, shows himself being vulnerable.
Yeah, this song is my number one. This song's so fire. It's the fire I know you're leaving in the morning. Okay, yeah. It's like a Spanish poem about just like you leave in the morning, the angels will be waiting for you, and that like waiting. I don't know. I'm butchering this shit. I don't even know why I'm talking.
Did it perfectly, bro. I still got you. Don't worry.
We'll cut that out.
Was gonna say
or not, because we're raw edits. We don't do any cuts.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't cut anything out.
07 Shake is another artist that
you keep forgetting the last zero in her name.
Sorry, 070 Shake.
Pissing me off, dude.
I don't want Yes Jules to pull up. I'm more afraid of her than I am Rick Ross.
Dude, any man should be.
Hey, Yes Jules.
I saw her in person.
Did you?
Complex Con.
Oh, okay. Yes Jules is a badass bitch. She knows what the fuck is up. Like, for real. She's a hustler.
She is a hustler.
Yeah.
I got respect for her.
Yeah.
She's so short. I didn't even know it was her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then
she looks tall on Instagram.
Yeah.
Huh.
She does.
I like her.
That's why I didn't know it was her.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to her
she
podcast. She's got a good podcast, too.
She had a buzzed cut.
Yeah.
She had these, like, cool-ass glasses on. And I was just like, oh, that's Yes Jules.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Keep slaying, Yes Jules.
Fat ass.
Hey-o!
All right. Let's transition into what would Meek do.
What would Meek do?
Dude, I'm getting that bumper sticker, WWMD.
That'd be cool if they sold out on the tour. They did sell what would Hova do? Bumper stickers on the Watch the Throne tour. So who knows? They might capitalize off this. I don't think it's been on the Pusha T merch tour though, because I think he's on tour right now. And I don't think it's out yet, but maybe, who knows? What would Meek do? Yeah, this song is so, you know what? I actually got to get something very special for this song.
He purchased this from the Trump administration.
I gotta wear this because he says, what does he say? If my MAGA hats, Ye says, I'm gonna pull up the lyric.
Yeah, and my MAGA hat. He talks about what's it called? Like driving while being black, and then like if he wears his MAGA hat, they'll let it slide, you know.
This is what right here. This was Kanye's entire promotional tool for all of these Wyoming Project albums. He says, "If you ain't driving while black, do they stop you? Well, MAGA hats let me slide like a drive-through."
Nice.
I don't know. Will it let me slide like a drive-through? This right here was Kanye's entire promotional budget. This hat right here to get promotion for all 5 Wyoming Project albums.
So don't hit the tag.
Okay, I won't. Don't worry.
Secret. Anyway.
Aryan's telling some secrets right now.
I only got secrets, bro.
I can't wear this hat for much longer, but I just wanted to throw this hat on for this song because
poop, scoop.
I also really like the poop scoop ad libs.
Technical difficulty.
Difficulty. Sorry, you know what? Once I started wearing this MAGA hat, just all this
that's-
bad luck started happening.
Take that shit off.
Yeah, I can't wear this for too much longer. Go ahead and.
I told him he bought that before.
Oh, don't put me on blast,
No,
man! Don't put me on blast.
It's happening.
Don't put me on blast.
He bought that before the election. I told him.
You know what?
I told him that money that you just sent to Trump is going to win him the election. Look at where we are right now.
It was all for a long joke, and it wasn't actually from Trump's website. I'm lying, it was, but I still
I know you fucking piece.
I bought it for a joke. I'm not a Trump supporter. I bought it for a joke. I just thought it would be relevant to her for the Wyoming Project reviews. Anyways, so what would Meek do? Probably not wear a Trump hat. You know what? Maybe if he was wearing a Trump hat while he popped that wheelie, the cops would have let him slid through.
That's true.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Tell the judge to Akinelli.
Yeah, I love the contrast from like Pusha to Ye on this song.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
so
it really is interesting. This is a great song. This is in my top 3. My top 3 being If You Know You Know, Comeback Baby, and What Would Meek Do. Those are my top 3 on this.
This is my number 4.
This is your number 4?
Yeah, mine's If You Know You Know, Comeback Baby, and Santeria, and then What Would Meek Do. And then a smooth transition into Infrared.
Yeah, Infrared. I'm going to go ahead and play the snippet of that.
Fuck Birdman.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol.
Whoa, hold on. Sorry. I think I pulled up the wrong snippet there. I think I pulled up the wrong snippet there. My bad. That's not the right.
I thought you did that on purpose. You should have just rolled with that shit.
Bruh, yeah. Oh, I totally did that on an accident.
Infrared.
Here's a line that caused that.
It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin.
It was written like Nas, but it came from Quinn.
Sheesh.
You know what? Drake.
We should have had Duppy and we should have had Duppy like set up so we could talk about Duppy and then talk about story of Adidon.
I mean,
just like talk about this beef a little bit. But yeah, we could go way too long. Again, we're trying to cut these episodes short. So,
anyways, Infrared.
That's nice.
The song that started it all.
People looked at me crazy like I really killed the baby.
Yeah.
God, fuck Birdman.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Now you've gone.
Bro,
soft,
I'm much more afraid.
Him and I were chanting "fuck Birdman" at the Young Thug Travis tour, and now this man's like, he's all right.
I'm more afraid of Birdman. Birdman pulls up, bro. You saw what he did to Charlamagne. Rick Ross doesn't pull up. I'm more afraid of Birdman pulling up than I am Rick Ross. Birdman pulls up, bro. You know what? He said put some respect on his name, and ever since then, I've been putting respect on his name.
Okay, so Birdman didn't pull up to Pusha.
No, they did see each other like the couple days before this was released. They ran into each other in an elevator. I just remember him saying that on his press tour, his press release tour. But it's impossible to talk about Infrared without talking about Duppy and the story I've added on, as I threw down earlier. And I guess Aryan missed a joke, but yeah, right over there, right over that big beautiful bald head.
Bald.
I know, nearly bald.
I'm not even close.
Sure.
Got a beautiful head.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, Infrared, very interesting production. It almost sounds like being in like it reminds me of being in like outside of a warehouse and hearing like a really loud, just like drum beat from outside of it. Do you kind of get what I mean?
No.
I don't know.
Who hears a drum beat outside of a warehouse?
Like when you're walking out of the club, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like the music.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's like warehouse. I've been to
there
warehouse
are
events.
warehouse events. I get that, but when you say that, I'm not thinking.
Okay, like walking out of a club, you know, where it's like you kind of hear the music, like it's like, you know, like something's covering it. That's what this beat almost reminds me of.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like what's the word for it? There's a word, but it's not gonna come to me.
Sauna Take on this album. This will this will be one of the most.
We should have like a really obnoxious soundboard for Sauna.
Hey-o.
Sauna Take, like something crazy.
Sauna Take on this album. This will be one of the most iconic songs of the 2010s because of what it led to. Because it led to Duppy, and it led to Story of Adidon, which led to supposedly Drake canceling his deal with Adidas. It led to Drake having to rewrite some of Scorpion. When I told you, hey, we should do a release on all the Wyoming projects, you said, oh, does that include Scorpion? So this song, Infrared,
has a lot to do with Scorpion.
Yeah.
Though the song on Scorpion that everyone talked about, March 14th, is rumored to have been made and come out before this album.
So I've
and actually played for the Wyoming crew.
I have definitive proof that that's not true.
Sweet.
Yeah,
That's
from the horse's mouth. James Fauntleroy, who's featured,
You told me this.
Yeah, I told you this, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell that story again.
Yeah.
James,
good story.
James Fauntleroy was on Instagram Live. Very low key guy. He's like a very famous songwriter. He's featured on a lot of records as well, but he writes for everyone. And anyways, he was on Instagram Live. I commented on his Instagram Live, "Hey man, like what's up with all this March 14th business? Like when Drake kind of got shit on by Pusha from the Story of Adidon, you were like kind of taking Drake's side, and everyone was saying like, oh, it's because he's going to be featured on Drake's album and he's trying to protect his investment. And then I was like, and you were on his album, like, what's up with that, and then he kind of snapped back like, oh, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. They approached me to write that song even after I said that, like, and that song wasn't. That song like was made like a week ago or something like that. Like he was basically saying the song was made very recently. It was made after that whole fact. So at least this song definitively was not finished. There was no like at least a James Fauntleroy outro on it. Maybe they had the concept. Who knows? But that doesn't really matter. And Drake's career is perfectly fine. And he had the Kiki dance, so no one really cares. And the only people who will care are just like hip hop nerds like us who will know like, all right, bro, someone passed you the ball and
even
you
then,
couldn't even shoot.
We don't even.
Yeah, and
we
even
don't
then,
care past the month.
even then, yeah, I still bumped that Drake Jay-Z joint on Scorpion. I really like that song. Talk Up, it's called. But this isn't about
You're
Drake.
Literally. You just made it about Drake. Okay.
It's impossible to talk about Infrared without talking about Drake, and that's why this song will be one of the most iconic songs of the 2010s, because Drake is one of the biggest just artists in the world, not even just of rap, but in the world. So, more people will discover this, and they can take Story of Adidon off SoundCloud, they can take it off YouTube, they can remove all that, but the people know it. And people will find it. People heard it. I mean,
people know that the winner
got 20 million listens in 3 days for Pusha T.
The winner of the beef.
Yeah.
Was Pusha.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
But it's cool because, Jay Prince just told Drake to
oh, man. Yeah. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get too much into that. All right. Okay. Overall, this album.
Fire.
Best album of the Wyoming projects. Best album of the Wyoming projects.
Okay.
Yeah. And
damn, I'm like always back and forth with the first 3 albums, but that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about it.
This is the best album of the Wyoming projects. It's also for me one of the best rap albums of the year.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Like Pusha T is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, meaning he's like so great technically. He's a great performer. I've seen him live before, and
everybody loves Pusha.
Yeah, and I mean, just since from like the Clips days.
Seriously.
And, this overall, I think will be remarked as possibly Pusha's greatest work.
Definitely.
And is like all of his discography, even with all the Clips work, and his features and everything like that. This will definitely go down as probably as his best work. And I don't think we're going to see an album from him for a good amount of years, because I think he's got to focus on being the president of good music. So we'll probably get a cool winter.
President Push.
I think he's got to focus, and he's just recently married, so probably be possibly starting a family and all that. Yeah, blessings to them. And
so funny little thing, if you watch the Kanye Kimmel episode. They did a mean tweets for hip hop and rappers, and Pusha was on. Everybody and their mothers was on it, by the way. And Pusha was one of them. And it was, you either gotta be, I don't want to butch this. It was like something like you either gotta be like a baby. He was making fun of his dreads, but they like dropped a list. Wow, just cut that.
We'll cut it. Yeah, I think
that is Daytona.
I think we've said all that has to be said about Daytona.
Yeah. Fire album, top of the year.
You got to rank the top. I'm making you today rank in top 5 order.
The Wyoming project.
The Wyoming project, but we can do it at the very end after we
do it
discuss
at the
all.
very end. I gotta watch all the episodes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Ye.